And back to the phones we go. This is Alan in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Great to have you, sir. Hello.
Well, hello, Russ. It's great to be on with you. I think you were referring to me on this last call you took.
Well, yes, I did.
I wouldn't say I was mad at you. I've been a fan of yours for a very long time. But I just was hearing you going about Trump and your monologue and kind of lumping everybody else into the same bucket. But Cruz isn't in that same bucket, and you've since clarified that, which I appreciate. But I'm frustrated because Ted Cruz is the better candidate, but Trump is eating up media coverage, which gets him a whole lot of legs. So yeah, I don't know if you have any suggestions as to how the Ted Cruz campaign can surpass that, but.
Okay, so I now I understand. Now you just and I get it. I totally you think that given Trump and Cruz, it's automatic Cruz, and why am I not coming out and saying so? And you think that if I did, it would help Cruz launch past Trump or anybody else. And by the way, Alan, most people are mad at me most of the time. That's why I say it. I mean, it doesn't matter here, home, where most people are mad at me. Most people think I'm doing something wrong most of the time. So I've just been conditioned to think everybody's mad at me, because most people usually are. So I apologize for lumping you in with the crowd. It's the same old thing here. I'm standing back and observing, and I don't endorse in primaries or any of this. I've made a practice, Alan, never to tie myself too closely at all to people in politics, because I don't control them. It's experience guided by intelligence. It's better to be a couple steps removed until you really get to know somebody. And I know both these guys. I know Trump pretty well. I know Cruz pretty well. I've been in social circumstances with them both. But I think you ought to be actually kind of buoyed. Cruz is coming on, and he's doing it on his own. He's doing it on his own without media, he's earning it. It's real. It's not the result of buzz and PR. Cruz is coming on strong in Iowa right now. And yesterday I made this point, and I want to create the circumstance again. Let's jump forward to February 2nd. Hawkeye, February 1. Let's sit here and pretend Cruz wins it. Do you realize what February 2nd is going to be like? It's going to change everything. It's going to change media perception, Republican Party perception. It's going to change right now, everything's just theoretical. Right now, everything is just polling data. That's all anything is. Which is all the media cares about, is the horse race aspect of things. The Trump thing frustrates them because they're not able to affect him one way or the other. If anything, they're making him more popular. They would want to be able to destroy him. They can't. The Washington establishment has been relying on the media to destroy Trump. They can't. They're frustrated as all get out. They focus on the horse race, the polls. Every time a new poll comes out, that's the news, and it may as well be what the election's going to say that day. And they react to it as though that is the end result, when it isn't. We don't know what's going to happen on Hawkeye Day. But if Cruz actually wins that and wins it going, he's the last person a month ago that anybody gave a prayer of when Carson a month ago was leading it. And Trump was starting to fade in Iowa. By the way, there's another poll out. This is the Monmouth poll yesterday had Cruz leading in Iowa. There's another poll that came out last night that shows Trump leading in Iowa. I got it here. I don't know which specific, don't remember which specific poll it is. But just play the game. Cruz wins the Hawkeye. You can't imagine the panic that is going to set in the drive-by media and the Republican poll. You think they hate Trump? One of the reasons why they are very worried about taking Trump out is that they fear it would lead to Cruz getting the nomination. And the Republican establishment is just apoplectic at that happening. Because there, in Cruz, there is your thoroughbred conservative that nobody can out-debate, that nobody can out-talk. And they would be in utter panic. I would venture to say that the entire Washington establishment would much prefer Trump to Cruz. And you may have picked up on that as well. Now, what Cruz has said about Trump's plan, I finally have this here. He said, I disagree with that proposal. I like Donald Trump. A lot of our friends here have encouraged me to criticize and attack Donald Trump, and I'm not interested in doing so. This was Cruz talking to reporters at a Capitol press conference. He was there with the Texas Governor Greg Abbott. And they were touting Cruz's own legislative offerings. He said, I disagree with the proposal, but I'm not going to sit here and pile on Trump. So that's his way of dealing with this. Clearly, Cruz does not want to alienate Trump voters. The rest of the Republican Party apparently doesn't care if they do. And I'm up against it on time again here. Brief break. Back with more in a jiffy. Hang in there.